Okay, today is October 20th? 21st? Hey-o. This is your Chapter 2-3 assignment, okay? 2-3. Okay, we're doing drawing by equation. So I've created what looks like a picture of one guy. He's killed another guy with a spear. Okay. I hope you draw a nicer picture than what you're doing. But in this assignment, I want you to create a picture of something. It could be a scene. It could be just a portrait of someone. Anything you like. You're going to use a minimum, I think, of 15 equations, I think. So right now, if you guys look, in terms of lines, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I've used 26 lines, which means I'm going to have 26 equations. Okay? It really doesn't actually take that long. For instance, my first one here. Actually, let's do one that's a little easier. I'm going to find the equation of this line. So it'll help if I know what points we're at. I haven't written the points in, but this is -1, and this is 5. Okay, -5. These 2 points here. Put the coordinates in. X is -1. Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 6. -6 and 1. And this one here is at -5. And 1, 2, 3. Positive 3y. So those are these 2 coordinates here. I want the equation of this line. And then I want you to restrict it. So you're going to tell me where it starts and stops. Okay, so I'll quickly find the equation of this line. If you guys look, this is actually quite simple to do. If I look at the slope, what have I done? I've gone up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've done a rise of 3 and a run of 4. So equation of one of the lines is going to be y equals 3 over 4x, that's my slope, we just figured it out, plus b. I got to figure out what the y-intercept is. So I'm going to plug in one of the points on my graph. Let's say I'll call that point A, okay, for now. Point A is -5 and 3. That's my x and y value. So y is 3. X is -5 plus b. I end up with 3 is equal to -15 over 4 plus b. If I multiply everything by 4, I'll get rid of that fraction on the bottom. So I end up with, or I multiply each term by 4, by 4, and by 4. When I multiply 3 by 4, I get 12 is equal to, when I multiply -15 over 4 by 4, the 2 4's cancel out, and I get 4b. Bring 15 to the other side. 27 over 4 equals b. Does that make sense? So the equations of one of my lines is y equals 3 over 4 x plus 27 over 4. Okay, so here's the equation of one of the lines. The other thing I want you to notice is it's a line segment. It's not a line going forever. So on my x, it goes from -5 to -1. So I'm not going to show you the correct notation of how to do this in math, but I'm going to show you one similar. I want you to make sure you have -5. So x will be between -5 and -1. Okay? So you can write something like that as an option, or you could say x is between -5 and -1. And our y coordinates, y is between 3 and 6. So same idea. We have y is between the numbers 3 and 6. So what that's going to tell me is these two restrictions, this one and this one. When I draw that line, I only go from x at -5 to -1 and y 3 to 6. So eventually what you're going to create is I want you to actually draw the picture at one point. On the next page, this is called the paint by equation. You're going to have a set of equations, okay? So say equation 1, we had y was equal to 3 over 4, x plus 27 over 4. Is that right? X between -1 and -5. Let's move that over. That looks terrible. So this will be restriction 1 and restriction 2. Y was between 6 and 3. So that's for my one equation, okay? Now maybe I have another equation. Equation 2, y was equal to 5x minus 4. Now I haven't actually proven that that's on the graph. And maybe its restrictions were between, restriction 1 is our x restriction. X is between, let's say, 5 and 2. And y is between 4 and 1. Okay? So these are our restrictions. I want you guys to try to come up with a page like this, and you're going to have 15 equations on it. Okay? I know it seems like a lot, but you're going to have a lot of time to do this and create your picture. We're going to say instead we'll do a minimum of 10 equations. Okay? So, minimum 10 equations for your picture. Okay, you're probably going to end up with some lines like this. This one is completely vertical. Okay? This is actually an easy one to make. The equation of this line, if you notice, it passes through what? -5? Passes through -5 on the x-axis and goes straight up and down. The equation of that line, called the blue line, is going to be x equals -5. That's the equation of a vertical line that goes straight up and down, but then it's going to have restrictions, remember? Well, this is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, and it goes all the way down to -1, 2. So it's between 7.5, y is between 7.5 and -2. That was terribly drawn. Okay? And this equation of this line here, we'll do it in green. This guy here is a horizontal line. His equation, where is the line? It's on 1, 2, 3, -3. The equation of that line is y equals -3. That's the entire equation. Its restriction is x is between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. 4 and 8. So x is between 4 and 8. That's the green line and the blue line.